everybody, from Olympic Stadium in Montreal. Welcome to Phillies baseball tonight. Game one of a three-game series, the Phils and the Montreal Expos. Terry Mulholland goes for the Phillies, and Jeff Shaw, right-hander, for Montreal. Harry Callis with Rich Ashburn and Chris Wheeler as we look at the standings. The Phillies lead in National League East over St. Louis and the Expos is 11.5 games. Montreal almost feels like they have to sweep this series, and yet when you look at who they're facing, Mulholland, Schilling, Green, pretty formidable threesome.
Yeah, that's putting a lot of pressure on yourself to say you have to sweep a series, and in effect, if they don't sweep the series, they really haven't done much up here, and they would have to beat three top pitchers to do it. A week ago, this looked like it was going to be a huge series, and it still, is going to have some effect on it. But the Phillies are playing very, very good baseball, just having swept New York 4 in a row, and with these three guys going, if Montreal sweeps these three pitchers, then maybe the Phillies would have something to worry about.
In the four-game series of Veterans Stadium wheels, there was a little bit of a problem surrounding Delino DeShields and Mitch Williams. Do you think there's bad blood between these two clubs?
Well, I asked Jim Fregosi that, Harry, before the game tonight, and he seems to think, yeah, there is a little bit. He thinks these two teams are pretty competitive, that Montreal was picked to win the division by a lot of people, and, they're not feeling so hot about the way they're going right now, and they don't particularly like the Phillies, the way the Phillies try to intimidate teams. So, yeah, he thinks there is some bad blood, and it did come out a little bit last time, but according to the manager, he really doesn't look for too much to happen in this series as far as that sort of stuff goes.
Phillies have never faced Jeff Shaw before. Montreal has faced Mulholland probably too much. He's 8-1 lifetime against the Expos. Back with the starting lineups right after these messages.
The Phillies and the Montreal Expos is being brought to you by Budweiser. Fresh, pure, natural, proud to be your Bud. By Mellon PSFS, the official bank of the Phillies. By the Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic company. And by Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield. Carry us for life.
Genuine and true, it keeps on spinning and you always come through, and you're giving it. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your. Proud to be your bud.
From 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue to right here in Pennsylvania, people are searching for new choices in health care.
The costs are strangling me.
Which inspired Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield to create the new personal choice.
It seems like you always have to give something up.
A health plan that gives people the benefits of an HMO.
No one has the right to tell me what doctor I can see.
Without asking them to give up their freedom. Personal choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one
Before our children can carry on some of our most fundamental values, they must first understand them. And we can't think of a better reason to support education. Mellon PSFS.
Back at Olympic Stadium, Montreal, Jim Pregosi's lineup tonight will field except DeShields, a rookie. Shaw's been in the Cleveland organization. He was up with the Tribe for parts of 90, 91, and 92, and he's fallen behind Dykstra 3 balls and no strikes.
One of the things they told us about Shaw is that he's been pitching well for Montreal, and that he has pretty good command of his pitches, and they don't expect him to necessarily beat himself with a lack of control.
Got that one over. 3 balls and a strike to Lenny Dykstra. Shaw's 1-2, 2.30 ERA. This is his 7th start. He's pitched 9 games out of the bullpen. He's 26 years of age, from Washington Courthouse, Ohio. Dykstra is aboard with a walk.
Shaw really wanted to know where that was. He threw some pitches that he thought were at least knee-high or above to Lenny Dykstra and didn't get them. Now, this pitch, there's not a pitcher in the world doesn't want that one. And I guess it's a little bit low.
So Lenny Dykstra at first base for Mariano Duncan, who's batting at .260. Birthday wishes today to Ray Young in Sunbury, Pennsylvania. Great Phillies fan. Shaw going to first base. Dykstra has stolen 17 bases. He's been caught 4 times. Phillies, the team, lead the league in walks, lead the league in doubles, in homers, and in runs scored. Missing with a slider, 1 ball and no strikes. They shade Duncan around to the opposite field in the outfield. Breaks his bat with a foul ball. I think he broke his bat. It sounded like it, but he's examining it. Evidently he didn't.
He thinks he broke it too, because it sure did sound like it.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah. I don't think Mariano found anything with it, but he heard that too. Figured, boy, I broke that thing. The Phillies, the reason they're playing him towards right and right center, as you look at Felipe Alou there with Joe Kerrigan on the Montreal bench, is that he's been hitting a lot of balls to right and right center and really waiting well on the ball and not trying to pull it too much. And as a result, his strikeouts are down. Fregosi feels comfortable hitting him in the 2-hole because he's making a lot more contact. You want your 2-hole hitter to make contact.
Felipe Alou, the Expos have played good baseball under Felipe since he's taken over as manager, and Jim Fregosi.
Get used to the jacket, he told us. That has become a good luck charm this year.
Yeah.
And even though it's hot, he's going to wear the jacket.
Judge and Mrs. Norman Telsey of Salem, New Jersey, here for this entire series. Judge Telsey is Superior Court Judge of New Jersey. Lenny Dykstra back.
Have a birthday tonight to Phil Confaloni of Northeast Philadelphia. Phil's 80 years old today. See that graphic on Dykstra. When he goes, he usually makes it.
He hits the ball well to right field, over the head of Walker. Lenny Dykstra had to hold on. He'll get to third. Duncan to second. Walker really misplayed that ball, and we're talking about a Gold Glover.
I think he lost it, Harry. I don't know where it came out of for him, but he didn't see that ball right away. He broke on it as if he saw it, and then at the last second it took off over his head. You see him kind of looking up at the crowd. That got into something, and he misplayed it.
So I'll give Duncan a double, and the Phillies have runners at second and third. Nobody out for John Kruk.
Right there, Walker thought he had it. See, and now he looks up. He had run to a spot where he thought the ball was going to come down, but he was about 10 feet short of it.
Krucker batting .353. That's third best in the National League. He's second in on-base percentage, and he lofts a foul down the left field side. Philly runners second and third, and nobody out here in the first.
Phillies can pick up an easy run now with a ground ball as they're playing the infield back here in the first inning.
He popped him up. Lansing in foul ground makes the grab, so Kruk is out. That's a big out. For Shaw, 1 down. It'll bring on Darren Dalton.
He got Kruk way out in front of some off-speed pitch. It looked like it might have been a slurve we heard that he throws, kind of an in-between curve and slider. He throws that especially to left-handed batters. Kruk swinging fastball here. Yep, there it is. That's what that is. It's just a big old off-speed breaking ball and got him way out front.
Must have just developed a curveball. He's listed in the book as having fastball, slider, and a split finger pitch, but that was certainly a curveball. Pretty good one.
Yeah, a good one to a left-handed hitter because he backdoored Kruk and got him swinging. as I said, for a fastball, and hit on the end of the bat.
Darren Dalton hitting at .250, second in the league in RBIs with 52, behind only Matt Williams, who has 53. Third in the league in runs scored. Expos will concede a run on a ground ball here. Missing wide, it's 2-0.
Laker and Shaw talked it over before Dalton came up. They have a base open, as you see the defense there. And they're obviously pitching around him a little bit. Now, whether or not they go after him now, we'll see. But the first two pitches were just sinkers away that they try to get Dalton to chase.
Setting up outside again. That's way outside. So this is really a pitch around with first base open. And Pete Incaviglia, the right-hand hitter, due up next.
And it's a good move on Montreal's part. You know, they're going to make Incaviglia there hurt them and not let Dalton do it here since they got Kruk out.
All of them were wide. Not an intentional walk, but it might as well have been. And the Phillies have the bases loaded with one out. Dalton now ties teammate John Kruk for the league lead in walks with 50 of them. And here's Incaviglia hitting at .310, 11 homers, 42 RBIs. He's ninth in the league in runs batted in. Bases loaded with one out here in the first. Missing low.
Fregosi feels that Incaviglia is the logical guy right now, Harry, to protect Dalton in the 5-hole. Now that Dave Hollins is gone, Dalton had that responsibility in the lineup. Now he moves up to the 4-hole, so they have Incaviglia batting 5th, at least for now, because he's been hot.
Line drive hit to left field. Dykstra scores. Duncan scores. Phillies lead it 2-0 on a bases loaded single by Incaviglia. Hickman now with 44 runs batted in.
That's exactly what he wanted out of him. You know, you're going to walk Dalton and hope the next guy will make the pitcher pay for it. And Incaviglia got a hanging breaking ball out over the plate and hit it hard to left field. Here's a pitch. He started with a slider and missed. Comes back with another one, and that ball was up and right where he likes it.
That'll bring on Jim Eisenreich. Takes it high for a ball. Eisenreich batting at .351.
Very shallow in center field is Marquise Grissom, who probably plays the shallowest center field of anybody in baseball. Look where he is. What he does is give third base coaches a lot of problems because he charges the ball so well, he throws so well, that when a ball is hit to him, it gets a third base coach a little jumpy. There he is. Very good outfielder.
1 ball and 1 strike to Eisenreich. Fouls it out of play, 1-2. Lenny Dykstra scoring in this inning. He's scored runs in 9 straight games now. Leads the league with 54 runs scored. Got jammed and swings the foul out of play.
Fregosi says that the reason he's playing Lenny Dykstra every game, every inning, is because he really felt that Dykstra had to play himself back into baseball shape again. Because he missed so much time the last couple years. He had to play himself back into getting in an offensive groove, and he feels that he's done that. Now, he'll think about resting him at some point later on. That's the reason why he's played so much this year.
Humpback line drive to Cordero. Eisenreich is out. That's 2 down, and that'll bring on Kim Baptiste. Mike Gardner, a right-hander, is already up in Montreal's bullpen.
I guess that means that Felipe Alou thinks it's a pretty important series for them. There he is, Gardner, and there's the manager. I mean, to have a pitcher up already.
Baptiste missing the breaking ball. Kim hitting at .340. Phils have jumped to a 2-0 lead here in the first. Bases loaded single by Pete Incaviglia. Lofts a high fly to right field. Toward the line is Walker. He waits and he makes the grab, and that will retire the side. For the Phils in the first, 2 runs in the inning, 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left, and after 1/2, Phils 2, Montreal coming to bat.
So, you're buying a new car. Well, did you know that in a recent dependability study, the Oldsmobile 88 was unsurpassed by either? In fact, after 2 years, it was as problem-free as BMW. It was even unsurpassed by Mercedes.
Delino to Shields will lead it off, hitting at 259. Shields has hit left-hand pitching better than right-hand pitching this year.
You know, from the first day we saw Delino de Shields, he stood in there against left-handed pitching. He's never been intimidated by that.
Line drive to right field, but Eisenreich will put it away. So de Shields is out 1 down. It'll bring on Mike Lansing. Lansing is a rookie. He's hitting at 282. Expos have 4 rookies in the lineup tonight. Lansing, Frank Bolick, Will Cordero, and Tim Laker.
Lansing kind of came out of nowhere for Montreal to take over the third base position, which was held down for so many years here by Wallach.
Bluffed to bottom, took it wide for a ball, 1-0.
There's Kim Batiste up at third just in case Lansing should bunt. This guy can drive the ball, though. He has some extra base pop. 13 doubles.
Missing the fastball, 1 ball and 1 strike. Young man for the Clearwater Phils had a big game yesterday. Phil Geisler hit for the cycle and went 5 for 6. An 8-6 win over Fort Lauderdale. Mariano Duncan takes that one.
I'll tell you what's impressive about that Clearwater club is they have Jason Moeller down there, who was a high pick for them last year, a catcher who hurt his knee and had to miss the Olympics. He has 10 home runs in June. Now, when you hit 10 home runs in the Florida State League, you have legitimate power. So they're very high on him right now.
4th round pick in the 92 draft, Moeller. Here's Marquise Grissom. He's hitting at 322. Grissom 9 home runs. He's knocked in 43. 7th in the league at RBIs. Lifetime against Mulholland, just a 176 hitter. He has hit a home run.
Too many of these Expos have good numbers off Terry Mulholland when you figure he's 8-1 against them.
And Mo's career ERA is 2.55 against Montreal. 3 balls and no strikes to Marquise Grissom. He walked him, and that's a rarity for Mulholland. He had gone 27 consecutive innings without issuing a walk.
Walked the leadoff man in Colorado 3 starts ago. No walks that game, and then his last 2 outings he had no walks. He had a string last year of 31 consecutive innings without walking anybody.
Grissom, who was the National League stolen base champ the last 2 years, hitting in the 3-hole, has not been stealing that much. 14 stolen bases. And, he's got a big lead on Mulholland.
Almost like he forgot that. Whoops, I forgot that guy's over there.
Forgot about Mulholland's step-off move. Terry picked off 16 last year.
It's a big lead he has.
That's a big lead on Mulholland.
Grissom, as Harry said, doesn't run as much as he used to because of the fact that he's in the 3-hole now, and they like to leave the hole for Walker, who can pull the ball and take advantage of that big hole on the right side.
Walker hitting at 279, pops him up into shallow left center. Mariano Duncan drifting out. And he makes the grab, and that'll retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. At the end of 1, 2-0 Phils. 38. Fouls it down the third base side. 0-1 to Morandini. Jeff Shaw came over to the Expos from Kansas City, along with catcher Tim Spear, in a deal that sent Mark Gardner and Doug Pyatt, pitchers, to the Royals. Foul out of play.
One year and 21 days Major League service coming into this season. 3 different years he was up with Cleveland, so he really hasn't had a whole lot of big league experience thus far.
Just missed inside, 1-2. Tomorrow the Phillies will see Brian Barnes, the left-hander, and it's supposed to be Ken Hill on Wednesday if Hill can go. He's had a groin muscle pull. The Phillies are counter with Tommy Green and Kurt Schilling. Ooh. Allgirl made a great play on one of the fouls at Morandini, but that took a funny hop off the fence for her. Mickey not getting around, and this Shaw's sinker ball.
Well, it looks like he's trying to hit the ball the other way because he's sinking it down and away from him.
Pull that ball, and Larry Walker won't get it. One hopping off the fence. Morandini heading for second. He has to scurry. Walker has a great arm, and a double for Mickey Morandini.
And that's one of those ones that gets people shaking their head because of what Harry just said. He's having trouble with the sinker. He's just trying to put the sinker in play the other way, and he's late on it. So what does he do? He hangs a breaking ball to him. All that will do is speed up a hitter's bat.
Yep, let him pull the ball. Watch Walker's throw here. I mean, this shouldn't. Normally, this would not even be a close play at all, but Mickey really had right there.
Well, he's got the. I guess he and Witten now, you probably talk about the 2 strongest arms in the league out of right field.
Now, Holland might try to butt him along. Terry hitting at 0.67. He's already showing bunt. Takes the strike. Snap throw to second. Off the glove of Cordero, but Morandini will hold there.
Well, Holland with 2 sacrifices so far in the year and not having much luck swinging the bat. 14 strikeouts already, so they would like to see him be able to bunt the runner over and get him to third for Lenny Dykstra.
Bunts it foul.
They're leaving the third baseman back, at least on the first 2 bunt attempts. Lansing stays back, which means that Shaw has a responsibility to the right side of the diamond if it's bunted out that way, and the first baseman, Bullock, is charging on the play.
He takes it, 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's who scored a first inning run at Atlanta and lead 1-0.
Phillies lead the league in doubles, but they're in kind of a little bit of a doubles drought for a while, with 2 of them real fast tonight.
Mulholland is called out on strikes. First strikeout for Shaw. 1 down here in the second. That'll bring on Lenny Dykstra. He walked and scored a run his first time up.
Phillies pitchers have done a terrific job this year bunting runners over.
How about Rivera? 9 sacrifices, and he's missed a few starts.
Well, that means every time he does, he gets a job done. Mulholland knows that he's got to get that runner over in that situation to help himself.
Yeah, if he did get him over, it would be interesting to see if Felipe, he probably would have played his infield in with a runner at third and 1 out.
I think so, Harry, because they're already down by 2 runs.
1 ball and no strikes to Dykstra. Beats that ball foul. We're talking about Dykstra playing every day. He's only missed 2 innings. Jim Fregosi is asking if he'd like a day of rest, and Lenny doesn't want one.
Doesn't want one, but as I said, the reason he's playing him so much is because of trying to play him back into shape, baseball shape. And he says he'll give him a day off sooner or later. Eisenreich can play out there.
Oh yeah, he can play out there. But I don't think the dude wants to take a day off.
No, he doesn't, but and which is fine. But sooner or later, he'll sit him down probably against a tough left-hander.
Line drive to deep center. That's what Grissom has to pay for. He's so shallow. Dykstra will hold at second with a double. Coming in to score more and Dini, and the Phillies now lead it 3-0.
Well, he talked about how shallow Marquise Grissom plays, and you know, when you hit a ball like that, he just can't catch up there. He's trying to catch anything in front of him. A high sinker ball out over the plate and no shot. I mean, that ball's 20 feet over his head. Phillies had only hit 4 doubles in their last 6 games, and now they have 3 already tonight, so they're back on the track hitting doubles. They now have 126 to lead the league in that category.
Mariano Duncan sends it to center, and Grissom will have to backtrack, but he's there, makes the catch. Dykstra will tag and move to third. So Lenny Dykstra at third base with 2 down for John Kruk. Fouled out down the third base side, his first time up. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Phillies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Phillies. Dykstra at third base with 2 down, a run in, Phil's lead 3-0. Started him with a curveball and missed. 1 ball and no strikes. Kruk's been in kind of a mini slump and had a hit in his last couple of starts. Still third in the league in hitting. He smoked a ball in his lone at bat yesterday against the Mets, but it was caught by Bonilla. 2 balls and no strikes.
You know, Kruk has amazing recuperative powers. The other night he was hobbling around on that knee, and he thought, uh-oh. And within a couple of days, he's just back to his normal limp. You know, that normal limp that he has down there, he never walks without some kind of hitch in his giddy up. But that one that he had in New York was kind of scary.
Think he has a green light here?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think you could give him one here, even though Dalton's on deck.
He did, and he fouled it back. 3 balls and a strike. Jim Fregosi gives more green lights, I think, than any manager I've ever seen.
He's an aggressive manager.
Yeah.
You know, that
he'll give his good hitters the green light.
Yeah, he knows the guys that give it to and the guys that can handle it and the ones that can't. He's got a team full of aggressive players, though, and he likes to keep them that way.
Kruk walks for the 51st time, back in the league lead in that department. It'll bring on Darren Dalton, who walked his first time up. Let's pause for station identification on the Phillies television network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL-TV, Philadelphia.
Expos again get that Mike Gardner up in the bullpen. So he has been up first 2 innings of this game. Here's Darren Dalton. Slams the ball foul, first base side. No balls and a strike to Dalton. Phil's lead at 3-0. We're in the second inning. Hard shot. What a nice grab by Lansing. Takes a hit away from Darren Dalton. Fine play by Mike Lansing, and that will retire the side. Phillies get 1 in the inning on 2 hits. No errors, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the second, 3-0 Phils. Heroes baseball game coming up on Saturday at Veterans Stadium. The 10th reunion of the '83 NL champion Phils will be back to take on a team of Major League All-Stars. Mike Schmidt, Doug McGraw, Gary Matthews, Gary Maddox, John Denny, Tony Perez will be on hand. It'll all start at 6, compliments of Upper Deck, and then the Phillies and the Florida Marlins at 7:35. Order your tickets by calling 463-1000 or stop at any local Ticketmaster location. Leading off for the Expos here in the second is Frank Bolick. Bolick, a switch hitter, hitting at 248, batting better right-handed than left. He's hitting 318 right-handed.
guy bounced around with several American League ball clubs before coming over here. Having seen him at the Vet in that 4-game series, he can really drive the ball.
Yeah, he's got a pretty quick bat. 26 years of age. He's from Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania. He was drafted originally by Milwaukee. Expos got him from Seattle for pitcher Dave Wainhouse. 2 balls and no strikes. Bouncing ball to Mickey Morandini. Pollock is retired. 1 down. That'll bring on Moises Alou.
And one of the big success stories for Mulholland this year is his ability to go away from right-handed batters as opposed to busting everybody inside the way he had done for so long. Now, he still does that and can still do that with any left-hander in the league. But he's really effective away now, and he'll get right-handed batters going after that pitch, and they'll hit it off the end of the bat.
Alou is hitting at 286. Although he has been in a bit of a free fall. 11 for his last 82. 1 ball and no strikes. Flight time against Mulholland, not a good hitter. 2 for 15. Pops him up behind second base into shallow center. Lenny Dykstra there. That's 2 down, and that'll bring on Will Cordero.
Harry mentioned a free fall for Alou. When that 4-game series opened at Veterans Stadium, Moises Alou was hitting .355. That's what, just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, went down to 286. Cordero, the 21-year-old rookie shortstop, hitting at 242. He's second in the league in doubles. Cordero has 19 doubles. Mark Grace leads the league with 20 of them. Expos have a very young team. Beats that ball to third. That's going to be trouble. Baptiste just gets him. Nice play by Kim Baptiste, who really handled third base well. No runs, hits, errors, and none left at the end of 2 pitcher, who has in his career recorded both a 20-win season and a 20-save season. At some point in his career, Pete Incaviglia leads it off. Got a big bases-loaded single to chase in 2. His first time up. Bouncing foul, first base side. Ink looking at his bat. That baby's broken.
You could hear that when he hit it on the plate. I like that one, too. That might have been the one that hit that bomb to center
I think
yesterday.
He hates to lose that bat.
You could just tell that was personal then. It was sad when he heard that sound. Kim Baptiste, as Harry said, making very good plays at third base. That's a charge play on a big hop and throwing across his body. Give us a chance, Harry, to wish Dave Hollins well. He's supposed to have that surgery tomorrow. We'll look forward to seeing him real soon.
He will have the wrist surgery tomorrow at Thomas Jefferson Hospital. 1 ball and 1 strike to Incaviglia.
Well, that's Dr. Maroon and Dr. Culp who are going to perform that surgery tomorrow. So look forward to seeing Dave real soon. And I'm sure I want to go on a road trip.
He'll probably be on the next trip to Pittsburgh and St. Louis.
Yeah, the guys talk about him all the time and miss him a lot.
Yeah, they do. 2 balls and a strike. Two and 2 to Incaviglia. Phil's on top 3-0 here in the 3rd inning.
This pitcher that you ask in the trivia question, is he in the American League or the National League?
He is in the American League presently. Full count to Incaviglia. Incaviglia is called out on strike. strikes. Couldn't pull the trigger. Second strikeout for Shaw. One down here in the third.
He made a good pitch on him, too. Harry said he just couldn't pull the trigger. He threw him a fastball. Not really in the corner. Really caught more of the plate than that. And that was more of a couldn't pull the trigger type of thing.
One down. That'll bring on Jim Eisenreich. Well, this coming Sunday when the Phillies take on the Florida Marlins, a great continuation of the nostalgia-style Phillies baseball caps. Eisenreich, a ground ball to Bolick. Feed Shaw. That's 2 down, and that'll bring on Kim Baptiste. This year's model will be from the 33 uniforms, compliments of Texaco, and free for all men 15 and over. That's Sunday, Cap Day at Veterans Stadium, the Phils and the Florida Marlins. For tickets, call 463-1000. Baptiste flied out to right field his first time up. One ball and no strikes. Fouled it back and out of play. One and one. Ground ball shortstop, gobbled up by Cordero. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Shaw. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the third, 3-0 Phils.
This is our latest.
Tonight's game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Budweiser. Fresh, pure, natural, proud to be your Bud. By your local Dodge dealers. Come in today because we know how to help. And by Bell Atlantic Mobile, advanced technology and people who make it mean something. Tim Laker, the catcher, will lead it off. Laker hitting a 196. He's a 23-year-old from Simi Valley, California. 6th round pick by Montreal in the June '88 draft. One strike to Laker.
Birthday wishes tonight to David Zile of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Got a nice letter from David. Watches all the ball games and said this would make his night to have his birthday announced. So happy birthday.
One ball and one strike. Our trivia question tonight: who's the only active pitcher who's recorded both a 20-win season and a 20-save season?
Well, I'd have to say probably Dennis Eckersley, since you said the American League.
That's exactly right. Eck was a 20-game winner for those Boston Red Sox in 1978. Of course, he's had many 20-plus save seasons.
I do appreciate the hint, but I probably would have gotten it without it.
The Eckman. Pops him up, foul, and just out of play. Much foul room here from the plate to the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Laker. Struck him out with a good fastball. First strikeout for Mulholland. One down here in the third. That'll bring on pitcher Jeff Shaw.
That's a pitch you keep hearing about from Mulholland that Johnny Padres and Jim Fregosi call a dry spitter. And all it is a heavy sinker ball that he started throwing in spring training. It's out of the strike zone, but it goes down and away to those right-handed batters, and it has totally changed Terry Mulholland.
Shaw is 1 for 12 as a hitter.
The teams that used to really sit on him middle in can't do it anymore. So he's still effective middle in, but he can get people out away with that hard sinker ball that he throws.
Ground ball hit sharply by the pitcher, but Morandini throws him out for out number 2, and that'll bring on Delino DeShields. DeShields lined out to right field his first time up. 2 outs and no base runners here in the third. High with a 1-0 to DeShields. DeShields has really cut down on his strikeouts. Led the league in striking out in 91, 151 times. Last year he punched out 108 times. So far this year, just 31 Ks. 1 ball and 1 strike to DeShields.
And that's made him a much more effective leadoff man.
Fouls that one out of play, 1-2.
See how he hangs in there against a left-hander. Though Mulholland threw him a pretty good breaking ball there, and he does not pull that shoulder off very often.
Chops it off the plate. Baptista's going to have to hurry, and does. Got him by a half a step. No runs, hits, errors, none left. Rich Ashburn will join Chris Wheeler in the fourth at the end of 3-0 Phils.
Special number 2 is coming up when the Phils come back to town. The Atlanta Braves will be in town, and it'll be on Wednesday, June the 23rd at 12:35. That day is compliments of Mellon PSFS. So call 463-1000. Get your tickets. See you at the Business Person Special. Mickey Morandini leads it off for the Phillies here in the 4th inning, and joining us is Rich Ashburn. Montreal, a team that needs to win one of these games, 2 of these games, and then probably 3. Why do you think, huh?
Well, they would love to sweep. It's hard to sweep a good ball club. Just like it would be hard for the Phillies, I think, to sweep the Expos. Phillies have their pitching in line for this series.
Yeah, they come in here with Tommy Green going tomorrow night, and Kurt Schilling on Wednesday, and Mulholland tonight. Expos are having all kinds of problems with their starting pitching. The only guy pitching well for them really is Dennis Martinez, and he got off to a slow start. There's Dennis, who pitched a good game at St. Louis and won yesterday.
And they don't know if Kenny Hill will be ready to pitch Wednesday.
Right.
He's their best pitcher right now, but he's nursing an injury, a leg injury.
There's Hill, who they got for Andres Galarraga from the St. Louis Cardinals. Over to Morandini. Mickey doubled and scored in the 2nd inning. Just swing the bat well lately. His average on a steady climb, coming in tonight at 238. Here's a ground ball to second. Easy play for Delano DeShields. Throws him out, 1 away. You know, we're just talking about pitching. The Expos problems. The Cubs today announced that Hibbard and Harkey will miss their next turns because of injuries, and Mike Morgan is going to have an MRI on his knee, and they think he's going to be out. So that is unbelievably bad news for Chicago.
Harkey's pitching well. Morgan, their best pitcher now.
Mulholland speared nicely by Shaw. He'll throw him out. 2 down. Mulholland now 0 for 2. So the Cubs, who are really fading fast anyway, are really in a lot of trouble, and they're losing those key guys out of their starting rotation. And Lenny Dykstra, the batter. Lenny has had a perfect night. Walked and scored in the 1st inning. Doubled, knocked in his 15th run of the year in the 2nd. Dykstra now with 18 doubles. Tell you one thing about Grissom. He gets burned with a ball over his head, but he's not going to move back.
No.
Said do it again.
Lenny hit it 30 feet over his head.
Yep.
Walker the same in right. Duncan put one way over his head.
Jim Quick says that's a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. You see how shallow he is in center field.
And he goes back so well, but he didn't come close to Lenny's ball. Lenny's ball took 1 hop to the center field fence.
Dykstra coming into the ball game tonight, batting at 278.
Now 281.
run he scored tonight is 54th, which leads the league. Fair or foul? It is just foul, according to Steve Ripley.
Just missed the chalk line down there in left field.
Well, he's taking a good approach to this Jeff Shaw so far tonight. He throws a lot of sinkers down and away to left-handed batters, and they're trying to hit the ball the other way off him.
Well, he made a mistake to end Cavilla, hung a slider. Made a mistake to Duncan, who hit one over the right fielder's head.
Broken bat, little humpback liner right at the shield. So that'll do it for the Phils in the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Through 3.5, the Phillies lead it 3-0. For the Montreal Expos, number 2 hitter in the lineup, followed by Marquise Grissom and then Larry Walker. 3-0 Phils in the fourth. Lansing hit a line drive to the shortstop Duncan his first time up. To Kruk, he'll take it himself. One away. Mulholland's pitching well away tonight to a lot of these hitters, and they're getting a lot of weak ground balls off him. Well, the Phils are going to be back on Thursday, and guess who's coming to town? Those red-hot Florida Marlins, just a game under 500 coming into play tonight. Upper Deck here is a baseball game at 6 o'clock on Saturday, cap day for men on Sunday, and then the Braves for 3, including business person special number 2 next Wednesday.
And Florida's taking a 1-0 lead over the Cubs in Chicago.
Hard ground ball. Great play, Batiste. Can he get Grissom? No. Throw is just a little bit offline, or he would have had him. But what a play by Kim Batiste. First base hit of the ball game for the Expos belongs to Grissom.
We saw Lansing take a base hit away from Dalton on a great play. This could have been another one had he been able to throw accurately from his knees, but he pulled Kruk off the bag. Grissom gets down the line in a hurry also.
Yeah, that made him hurry his throw, knowing that Marquise Grissom was running down the line. Probably the fastest guy in the league from the right side. Here's Walker. Walker popped up on the first pitch he saw, the shortstop. And a quick move over there. Grissom's taking a pretty big lead. Not many runners take those kind of leads off Mulholland.
Mulholland would have had him once had he made a good, accurate pickoff throw, but it was low and wide.
Walker, who wings at the first pitch again and fouls it off. He's just off the DL over the weekend. He's had a rib cage problem. He's had rib cage and hamstring pull problems since he's come up to the major leagues.
61st wedding anniversary for Tom and Mary Moorhead in Southwest Philadelphia. And 3 days ago, Mary Moorhead celebrated her 83rd birthday.
Walker with a line drive base hit center field. Cut off by Dykstra. Grissom's going to go to third, and on to second goes Walker. As Lenny Dykstra makes not a good throw to third base, and not a good idea when you have a 3-run lead. He should have thrown that ball to second.
Yeah, I don't think he had a chance at Grissom at all. Off the end of the bat a little bit, but into center field. Lenny thinks that's a challenge, though, to get those runners, and he goes after him, sometimes to a fault, I suppose.
Yeah, that's a play we're going to throw back into second and keep Walker at first base, keep the double play in order. And here is Bolick, the first baseman. He grounded to second his first time up. Phils will play the infield back. They would concede a run here. Well, they scored that a single or double, probably a single, second on the throw. One ball, no strikes now to Bolick, the switch hitter. 318 right-handed, 231 from the left side. There you see the Phils infield all the way back. It was scored a single. Foul ball, glove there by Kim Batiste. Frank Bolick done a good job for Montreal this year, playing all over the place for them.
That's better hitter right-handed than left.
Two of his 3 home runs from the left side.
One off the Phillies, a 3-run homer. Phillies won the game anyway.
Here's the 1-1. Inside, 2-1. The on-deck batter is the left fielder Moises Alou. Terry Mulholland has a 3-0 lead, but it's in jeopardy now. Expos with runners at second and third and 1 out here in the 4th inning. 2 balls and a strike to Bullock. Dalton with a good block. Grissom broke off third and then saw that Dalton had the ball under control just behind him and scurried back.
I think that ball hit either his shin guards or the umpire. It hit somebody's shin guards. Here it is. It got under his mitt. Hit Dalton's shin guard and then went over and hit the batter.
It hit Quick. You're right. It hit Jim Quick, or it would have been a wild pitch.
Would have been by him.
Yep. So as for now, the home plate umpire saved the Phillies a run as that ball deflected off his foot and kind of just died there in the home plate area. 3 balls and 1 strike now on Bullock. Bases are loaded. That's the second walk of the ball game for Mulholland, who came into the game tonight with a long consecutive walkless streak. And that'll bring up Moises Alou, fly to center field his first time at bat. Alou has knocked in 29 runs on the year. Grissom at third, Walker at second, Bullock on at first with 1 out. Oh, ooh. Ball 1. The manager's son got off to a great start this year. Has been struggling a little bit lately. Good-looking young player. And the count even now at 1 ball and 1 strike to Alou. Phillies have the infield a double play now. They're playing deep in the outfield with a 3-run lead here in the 4th. See the infield defense. That could be 2. Let's see. No, it took a big high hop on Morandini, so they'll just get 1. Once that ball hit the turf, it really skidded on him. They get the force out at second. Expos get a run as Alou picks up his 30th RBI of the year, and it's now a 3-1 game Phillies.
Yeah, had Morandini been able to cut the ball off a little quicker, which he couldn't do, he had to play the bounce. Looked like if he could have got there a little quicker, he could have stepped on the bag himself, but they got the 1.
He got kind of caught in between hop there, it looked like. So there are 2 outs for Will Cordero, the shortstop. 0 for 1 with a ground ball to Batiste. Strike called. Kim's made a couple good plays down there at third tonight, and also almost made a spectacular play on Grissom to start the inning. Cordero with 19 doubles on the year, tied for second with Ken Caminiti of Houston, behind Mark Grace of the Cubs, who leads the league with 20. Lenny Dykstra now has 18 doubles. Fouled away. Cordero, a very young player, just 21 years of age. Expos have a run in the inning. They have runners at the corners now with 2 outs, and the Phillies lead at 3-1. We're in the 4th. First of 3 here at the Big O this week. All night games. Inside, Larry Walker taking a huge lead off third base as Mulholland was working from the windup, or from the stretch. Trying to distract him. There's Walker, good base runner. Moises Alou on at first. 2-2. Swing and a foul tip held on to by Dalton, a strikeout. for Terry Mulholland, his second. 1 run in the inning on 2 hits. No errors and 2 left. 3-1 Phils through 4. Duncan leads it off for the Phillies in the 5th inning, followed by John Kruk and Darren Daulton. Duncan with a double tonight and a run scored. And the first pitch from Jeff Shaw misses outside. Shaw has walked 3, struck out 2 thus far. Phillies have 4 hits off him. Facing this right-hander for the first time.
All in the first 2 innings, Shaw seems to have settled in a little.
Walker playing shallow and right, and Duncan lines it right at him for the first out.
Phillies scored 2 in the first on an Incaviglia single with the bases loaded. And then in their 3rd run in the second, Dykstra knocked that in with a double after a Morandini double. And Montreal scored a run in the bottom of the 4th on a bases loaded fielder's choice ground ball. Alou knocked that run in. That's how we stand, 3-1.
And John Kruk, the batter, he's popped up foul and walked. Kruk leading the league in walks with 51 of them. Takes high ball 1. Daulton waits on deck. Expos have a run on 2 hits. No errors in the ball game thus far. Phillies and Expos played a really sloppy 4-game series at the Vet a couple weeks ago. 2 good teams that just didn't play very well. Jim Fregosi, talking about that before the game, expected these teams to play a lot better in this 3-game series, and so far they have tonight. They split that 4-game series. Kruk hits it to deep left field, and it's a home run. Way out of here to left field, and John Kruk has homered, and the Phillies lead it 4-1 on Kruk's 6th home run of the year. And he doesn't hit those opposite field home runs like that much anymore, but he sure got one there.
That sinker ball out away from him. A high sinker is just like hitting a hanging curveball or slider. And he put everything he had into that swing. Look at there. And he really dug in to the opposite field, well over the wall.
And for Kruk, his 34th run batted in on the year. And the Phillies continue to hit a lot of home runs. That's number 69 on the year as they lead the league easily. 69 homers now in 62 games. As we see Kruk in the dugout, and here is Daulton, who takes a strike call. Darren has walked, and he has grounded out. They just pitched around him in the first inning, and then Incaviglia made him pay for it with a bases-loaded single.
And he was robbed of an extra base hit, his only official time at bat.
Yeah, he might have knocked in 2 his last time up if Lansing hadn't made that play at 3rd. Phillies had runners on 1st and 3rd with 2 outs at the time. And Jeff Facero, the only left-hander in Felipe Alou's bullpen, starts to loosen. Mike Gardiner was up early when Shaw was in trouble in the first 2 innings. And the count 2-2 on Daulton. Darren's second in the leagues to Matt Williams in RBIs with 52 of them. Williams has 53. Darren right up among the league leaders in homers with 15. Base hit right field for Darren Daulton as Walker fields it on a hop. Made a motion like he was going to throw to first then. And that made Daulton kick it in a little harder going down the line. See Daulton talking it over with Mel Roberts like, look, you see what that guy was going to do then? Walker does do that once in a while.
That's that slider, curve, whatever. It was flopped right over the middle, and Dutch really
see Walker
blinded.
Walker charged that and came up like he was going to throw, and that made Daulton run straight at the bag as opposed to making a turn as you normally would on a base hit to the outfield. Incaviglia, the batter, swings and misses. Inky's 2 runs batted in tonight, numbers 43 and 44 on the year for him. Incaviglia has 44 runs batted in on 46 hits.
What, in 41 games? Something like that?
It's just amazing production out of him, and Jim Fregosi now has him hitting 5 in the lineup with Hollins gone. 1 ball and 1 strike on Incaviglia. With Daulton on at first base and 1 out, Phil's with a run in here in the 5th and lead it 4-1. Popped up. Laker off with a mass. Not much room here, and it will go 2 rows behind home plate into the stands.
There's another pitch that Shaw got away with, a hanger. Incaviglia doesn't miss many hangers. Watch this ball up high right over the plate. Woo.
That's the same pitch it looked like he hit for the base hit his first time up. A high slider out over the plate like that. And the count is 1-2 on him. Facero continues to throw for Montreal. Pitcher due to bat second in the 5th inning. So this could be it for Shaw no matter what happens. Shaw has been giving them innings in his last couple starts as we look at Felipe Alou there. 6 1/3 against Chicago. 6 innings in his last outing against Cincinnati. Dalton doesn't run all that much. He's stolen 3 bases in 3 attempts. Shaw appears to be concerned with him over there. Phillies with 4 runs on 6 hits now as they lead it by 3 at 4-1 in the 5th inning.
Right on the hand.
Yeah. He is not happy either.
Well, it was a slider. He didn't want to hit him, that's for sure.
No, he is just really upset because it hurt.
You worry about a broken finger when you get a hit on the hand that's gripping the bat. Well, Lou might make a change here. I don't know. Yeah, he's coming out.
Here comes Alou. And we'll see Incaviglia get hit by this pitch.
He didn't have a chance to get out of the way. Hit him, what, on the back of the hand that looked like? That front hand?
How do you have him looking out at you like that?
It looked like one of those backup sliders that didn't slide much.
Looks like Alou's going to make a double change. Now, Jeff Cooper, the Phillies trainer, is just headed on down to first base to take a look at Incaviglia. He doesn't even want to take that glove off. Will Cordero is going to leave the game. It appears that Sean Berry is going to come in. And Facero also. So we have a double change for the Montreal Expos as the left-hander comes in, and Sean Berry will come in to play the infield. And we'll be back with more right after this. And the changes now for the Montreal Expos as they go to a double switch here in the 5th inning. Lansing's going to move from third to play shortstop. Sean Berry will be the new third baseman. He will bat 9th. And the new pitcher is the left-hander Jeff Facero, 6'1", 195-pounder from Springfield, Illinois, formerly the property of the St. Louis Cardinals. The Phillies talked about getting this guy in a deal during the offseason. You see the numbers on him. Pitching out of the bullpen in 30 games, a good earned run average of 2.94, and he's won 5 ball games. No saves as they use John Wetland and Mel Rojas as the closers. Jeff Cooper went out and had a look at Incaviglia, and Pete waved him off finally, so he'll stay on at first base. Dalton at second. Eisenreich, the batter, 0 for 2 tonight. He's lined out and grounded out. Eisenreich batting .474 against left-handers. Thinks about maybe bunting. Takes a strike. No balls and a strike on Eisenreich, but Batiste waiting on deck. 1 out here in the 5th. 4-1 Phils. Facero throws a lot of breaking balls, a hard slider, sinks his fastball. Could be tough on left-handed hitters. That's why Alou brings him in here to try and get Eisenreich out. Prevent further damage. So his starter is gone in the 5th inning tonight.
Eisenreich hits left-hander breaking pitches pretty well. He stays in there.
Especially if they get it middle into him.
Morandini hits left-handers breaking pitches very well, and he does it because he keeps his nose right in there and stays with the pitch.
There are the base runners. Incaviglia on at first and Dalton at second. Incaviglia keeps flexing that left hand, and hopefully he's all right. Phillies could ill afford to lose him. Eisenreich tries to check. Quick says he does. The appeal to third, and Ripley said he didn't. So it's a strike, 2-2.
He poked at it a little bit. You really wouldn't call it a swing, but if the bat crosses the plate area, they usually call those appeals.
Full count. Take a look down at Larry Bow to see if the runners will go. Probably not with a left-hander against left-hander. Batiste, the on-deck batter. Nobody up in Montreal's bullpen. Dalton with a good lead. They do not go, and Eisenreich fouls it off Laker, the catcher, and that hurt him.
That came up and hit him from the ground. I caught 1 year of professional baseball, and am I glad I got out of there, although I did love catching.
Yeah, but then you got about as far away as you could go.
Yeah, center field.
Tough job. Quick way to the big leagues, though, for kids who want to get up here. 3-2, and he walked him. The bases are loaded, so the walk to the left-handed batter. Just what Alou did not want, as he and Joe Kerrigan look on, and Batiste will bat with them loaded. 1 out.
Eisenreich really laid off a borderline slider. Those are the kind hitters usually will swing at on a 3-2 count, but he took it and it was a ball.
Batista's fly to right, grounded to short. Expos play their infield at double play depth. Phillies with a chance for more here. They lead it by 3 in the 5th inning. Fouled away. They have an 11.5 game lead over the Expos coming into play tonight. 12 in the loss column. Kim Batiste right now batting at a .550 clip against left-handed pitching.
And he really had a pitch to hit that first pitch, a high slider, and he saw it. He had a good cut, fouled it off, but he had it timed.
And now he's in the hole, 0-2. He has 6 extra base hits on the year, 3 doubles and 3 homers, and has knocked in 13 runs.
That's the pitch he'll chase, the low pitch. He once in a while gets going after those low pitches. That's what Facera will probably try to get him to do here.
Facera basically 2 pitches. Fastball, breaking ball. And he throws pretty hard. Struck him out on 3 pitches. But Facera gets a big out there as he strikes out Batiste. 2 outs, and now we'll go to Morandini.
You got him on that low slider. This ball drops down, almost to the dirt.
Rickey has doubled and scored and grounded to second. What he said, he hangs in there pretty well against left-handers. Way outside. Batting just .189 against left-handed pitching. But your point being that he doesn't give a whole lot of ground to them.
And he'll hit the breaking ball on the inner part. They don't throw him many on the inner part.
2-0. Bases are loaded now with 2 outs. Terry Mulholland, the on-deck batter. Phillies have a run in the inning on Kruk's home run. That led off, or that was a 1-out homer. And they're trying to get some more. Jeff Shaw, the starter, gone, replaced by Facera. Jeff Facera. The 2-0. Beats it foul first base side. Ricky with 12 runs batted in on the year. He has 4 triples, ranks up among the league leaders in that category. Got one the other night at Shea Stadium. Kind of a half swing there, and he fouled it back, so Facero gets even in the count of 2-2. Facero in the game right now trying to keep his ball club in it. Still a long way to go, and the Phillies have had a number of scoring opportunities against the starter Shaw. 2 of the base runners on now Shaw's responsibility. Eisenreich at first belongs to Facero. Ball 3, and a good play by Laker, so they run out the string. Everybody will be off on the pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Dalton from third.
Big pitch right here in this ball game.
Incaviglia at second, and Jim Eisenreich on at first base. What's he going to throw him?
I think he has to throw him. You know, he throws a slider 9/10 of the time, but I think he'll throw it again. There it was.
That's a foul ball off Morandini's foot. So everybody will head on back to the bases, and Morandini will give it another shot after he walks that off. So Mickey walking briskly to the Metro today. He'll walk a little less briskly on the way back after that one.
Always tell a ball player by looking at his feet.
Yeah, really. They purple.
Lumps all over him. Toes are twisted.
People have any idea how you beat your feet up in this game with those things. Here we go again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. There go the runners. Ball 4. He walked him. What a terrific at bat by Morandini. Facero just stares in. He thought the pitch was there. Morandini picks up his 13th run batted in on the year, and the Phils now have a 5-1 lead in the 5th.
I tell you, that pitch was close. He was a little outside. Here it is. I watched Laker where he catches the ball. Yeah, it's outside, but it's close.
So Mulholland will bat now with 2 outs. He struck out and grounded out, and he swings and misses. Terry 2 for 32 on the year now, as the Phillies bench is very, very lively as usual, and why not with this season? 44 and 17, 21 and 8 on the road, 5 straight wins for them. Mulholland swings and misses. Terry has struck out 15 times this year.
It doesn't look like he's going to hit the ball, does it?
Wouldn't appear that way unless Facero makes a mistake to it. If he keeps throwing it out there, he's not going to hit it.
He's just throwing it right by him.
And he struck him out. Facero gets his 2nd strikeout of the inning. But the Phils pick up 2 runs. They do it with Laker will lead it off here for Montreal in the 5th inning, the catcher, and then Sean Berry now batting in the 9-hole and playing at third base, and the top of the order Delino DeShields. Laker struck out his first time up. Mulholland has walked 2 and struck out 2 thus far. Fly ball right field. Eisenreich gliding to his left, waits, grabs it, 1 out on 1 pitch in the 5th. Pause for station identification on the Phillies television network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL TV, Philadelphia.
Sean Berry, the batter, one of the reasons they might have put him in the ballgame tonight is when Mulholland was scuffling through that game at Veterans Stadium against Montreal when he had the sore foot. Sean Berry hit a pinch hit 3-run home run off him and stayed in the game. So here is Berry. Playing at third base and hitting just 193 with the 1 home run in the year that coming off Mulholland. Berry, originally the property of the Kansas City Royals, acquired by the Expos on August 29th of last year with Archie Corbin for Chris Haney, left-handed pitcher, and right-hander Bill Samper. Bunts through the pitch. And it's 1-2 on him. Terry Mulholland now with a 4-run lead as he leads it 5-1 in the 5th inning. Mulholland leading the league in complete games with 6 and 8-1 lifetime against these Expos. 3-1 at Olympic Stadium. And Mulholland wants Dalton to go through the signs again.
Ooh.
Dalton jumped up as if he was going to fire to third. 2-2.
Pretty close. That's a good crew of umpires. Jim Quick's crew.
Base hit right through the middle. Well, Sean Berry has a lot of luck with Terry Mulholland. Gets another hit off him. And the Expos have a 1-out base runner. That hit off Mulholland, the 3rd of the game for Montreal. And here is DeShields.
Well, this guy has looked like a pretty good hitter the few times the Phillies have seen him. He also had a line drive hit in that game in Philadelphia.
And the 3-run homer we talked about off Mulholland. Long home run to left field as a pinch hitter. Strike call to DeShields. Delano is lined to Eisenreich in right field. Grounded out to Batiste on a good play. He's 0 for 2. DeShields, a Seaford, Delaware native. Quick move over there, and Berry back in time. Luis Pujols, the first base coach for the Expos. And Jim Quick will check the baseball and toss it out. Give Darren Dalton a new one for Mulholland. 1 ball, 1 strike on Delano DeShields. Delano's reached base 87 times in the last 50 games. He's walking a lot. He gets hit by pitches. 48 hits in that time, and not striking out the way he used to.
What started that little feud between DeShields and Mitch Williams. Mitch hit him in the middle of the back with a pitch in Philadelphia.
Mitch and Delano don't get along very well for some reason. 2 balls and a strike to DeShields. Right center field, a long run. Dykstra, and he runs it down. Nice play, Lenny Dykstra, and Berry will hustle back to first. Dykstra had a long way to go for that ball and got it.
Good jump on the ball. It was hit. Wasn't hit 100%. It was hit pretty well, obviously, or Dykstra wouldn't have had to go so far to get it, but he didn't really blister the pitch into that gap. Hung up there for him.
And here's Mike Lansing now playing at shortstop. He's 0 for 2. Lansing started the game at third base, moved over to short when Berry came in, and Facero on the double switch in the top of this inning. Quick move over. Oh, he almost got him that time. And where Berry thinks he's going. I mean, that play shouldn't even be close when you're down by 4 runs.
Yeah, take your little short lead and be satisfied with it.
Lansing with a little looper to right, and right there is Eisenreich waits, and that'll do it. No runs on a hit, and we are through 5-5-1 Phillies. And see all the National League teams once after July the 1st. 13 games in all, and you can pick 1 game from each of the remaining series and then get the benefits of being a season ticket holder. Plus, you'll be first on the list to pick your permanent seats for 1994. Don't miss out on the second chance to be a Phil's season ticket holder. Just call the Phillies sales office at 463-5000. Phillies lead at 5-1 heading to the 6th. The Mets are leading Atlanta 2-0 right now behind Frank Tanana. Florida, who's been playing great. Cubs lead them 3-1. They're in the bottom of the 3rd at Wrigley. And the Pirates over the Cardinals 2-0 at St. Louis. It's Denny Nagel and Donovan Osborne. Lenny Dykstra leads it off. He's walked, scored, doubled, knocked in a run, and lined out. Tries to check on a breaking ball and can't. As you heard Jim Quick say, yes, he did. Strike 1. Jeff Facero on in relief for the starter Jeff Shaw, who went 4 1/3, charged with all 5 Phillies runs thus far on 6 hits. That's a good pitch when you're thinking about a breaking ball away, and he backs him off the plate. 2-1. It'll be Dykstra, Duncan, and Kruk here in the 6th inning. And the count now 3-1 to Lenny. He walked him. But Dykstra's on again. 3rd time in the ball game. Lenny Dykstra's been a base runner. This is a leadoff walk here in the 6th inning. Walk number 2 issued by Facero, number 5 by Expos pitching. And Mariano Duncan the batter. Duncan has doubled and scored. Flied out and hit a line drive right at Walker in right field. Dunk 1 for 3 tonight, coming into the game at 260. That's a double play ball. To DeShields, easy double play. 6-4-3 and quickly 2 up and 2 down here in the 6th inning.
Can't make it any more tailor-made than that. Nice big hop for the shortstop, sharply hit. DeShields didn't have to worry about the base runner.
Kruk the batter, he popped up foul with runners on base his first time up, then walked. In the 2nd, hit a home run into the seats in left field in the 5th inning. His 6th of the year. And he gets away from a breaking ball. Ball 1. 2 outs, nobody on base for the Phils in the 6th. Brian Barnes and Tommy Green here tomorrow night. 2 years ago, Tommy Green pitched a no-hitter in this ballpark. Ground ball right to the second baseman, DeShields. Throws out Kruk. Phils are gone in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. To the bottom of the 6th, 5-1 Phils. These mean something. Put a little exclamation point on what they're doing in the National League East. Montreal Expos favored by many to win the division. 11.5 games behind them here tonight. At game time, Phillies lead at 5-1 behind Terry Mulholland here in the 6th inning. And here's Marquise Grissom. He's walked, lived on an infield hit, and scored the Expos' only run. And Mulholland misses inside. Baptiste made a fine play to his right to grab a smash hit by Grissom, but then threw wide to first, and Marquise beat the play. That was back in the 4th. Jams him, pops it up. Dalton near the stands and will run out of room. Just isn't much room to catch foul balls behind home plate here. Which Chris Navholt's starting to loosen up. Said they only had one left-hander in the bullpen. So we thought Navholt is a starting pitcher. Got blown out the other night, so maybe they're thinking about using him in relief.
Well, the Expos have a day off Thursday, and that was Navholt's day to pitch, so that's why he's warming up. He would miss his turn.
Mulholland misses outside, 2-1. Larry Walker waits on deck, and then Frank Pollock. Well, that's the way sometimes you use a guy to try and get him going again. He has really struggled this year. Swinging and a foul tip held on to by Dalton. 2-2. Mulholland's walked 2, struck out 2, and given up 3 hits thus far. Struck him out, went in on him, and then went away and got him. Strikeout number 3 for Terry Mulholland, 1 away in the 6th.
I think Terry has pitched a wonderful ball game here so far. He's right on the outside corner with a lot of mustard on it.
Pretty good pitch after you've just busted a guy inside, too. Larry Walker has popped up and hit a line drive single to center. Phillies play him to pull in the outfield. Morandini way back at second past the white line. As he can do that, as you see there, with 1 out and nobody on base. Walker can run, too, for a big guy. 1-1.
You know, the Expos, I think they thought they were the heir apparent after, you know, they kept taking all Jim Leland's players away from him in Pittsburgh. It was kind of up for grabs.
Hit to right and deep, and Cavilla back at the track runs it down, 2 away.
Well, I think, you know, they had the right to think that. They were young, they were talented. and they find themselves going into the ball game tonight 11.5 back. So it's been that kind of a year for them. They haven't been able to win on the road. Phillies have a better road record than the Expos have home record.
Yeah, and the Expos aren't too bad at home. They come into play tonight 21-9, but 12-20 on the road. Well, they're just chasing a team now, the Phillies, that are playing baseball you can't believe. Fly ball, shallow center, long run, Dykstra in Cavilla. Look out, and Lenny grabs it. Nice play by Dykstra. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Harry Callis back for play-by-play in the 7th inning. 5-1, Phil.
From 16.
Tomorrow at 6:30, after refusing to shave his newly grown beard, Steve is forced to seek refuge with the Bundys on Married with Children, only on PHL 17. And Harry Callis with us in the 7th. Harry.
All right, thanks, Rich. And Darren Dalton leads it off. Dutch has walked, grounded out on a fine play by Mike Lansing, and singled. No balls and 2 strikes to Dalton. Struck him out. Strikeout number 3 for Pissarro since he has come on. 1 down here in the 7th. It'll bring on Pete Incaviglia. Incaviglia singled, struck out, and been hit by a pitch ball.
Well, we ought to see here whether he has any problem swinging the bat. He took a good hit on the back of his front hand. I don't think he's going to blink, though, do you?
Well, he didn't take the real good Incaviglia swing on that first strike, so it could be bothering him.
And took one right down the pipe. He usually packs at that, too.
One ball and 2 strikes to Incaviglia with 1 out. Phil's lead 5-1 here in the 7th. It out of play. It's still 1-2. He's kind of shaking his hand as he walks out of the batter's box.
That wasn't too bad a swing, though. I mean, he's swinging hard enough to hit the ball a long way. He's so strong.
Called out on strikes. 4th strikeout for Pissarro. A lot of strikeouts and a lot of walks since he's been in the game. He struck out 4 and walked 3. The batter will be Jim Eisenreich. Eisenreich has lined out and grounded out, taps that one out in front of the plate. Nice play by Laker, got him. Good play by catcher Tim Laker. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom half of the 7th, 5-1, Phil.
Strikeouts and a couple of walks. Incaviglia, a couple of runs batted in. Kruk a solo home run. Phillies have 3 doubles. Dykstra, Morandini, and Duncan have all hit doubles. And they lead the league in doubles with 126.
Moises Alou tries to bunt his way on. Misses on it. 1 strike to Alou. Greg Colbrin has moved into the on-deck circle. He'll bat for pitcher Jeff Pissarro, and Chris Nabholz is up in the bullpen. Lou hits it to deep left center field, but Dykstra tracks it down at the warning track. One down. That'll bring on the pinch hitter Colbrin.
Now the ball hit pretty well off Mulholland, but not 100%. He didn't really hit it solidly. Milt Thompson's now in left field. Incaviglia's probably getting some ice on that hand. You worry about it any time a batter gets hit on the hand when he's gripping a bat.
Here's Colbrin as a pinch hitter. Batting for Facero. One strike to him. He's hitting at 279. 4 homers. He's knocked in 19 as a pinch hitter. He's 2 for 6, including a home run. Amholtz really jammed him and breaks his bat with a foul ball down the first base side. No balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that bat is history. He really got sawed off there.
Nothing in 2 to Colbrin. Fouls that one out of play, right field side. Still 0-2. Again, he pops a foul out of play. Still 0-2 to the pinch hitter Colbrin with 1 out and no base runners here in the 7th. Phil's lead 5-1. Bouncing ball to Mariano Duncan. He gets Colbrin. That's 2 down. It'll bring on the catcher Tim Laker. Laker has struck out and flied out to right field. Lower than 1 ball and no strikes. To Laker.
Mulholland has kept his stuff the whole game. He's throwing every bit as well now as he did when he started.
2-1. Into right field. Eisenreich hardly has to move. A 1-2-3 inning for Mulholland. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the 8th inning. Phil's on top, 5-1. Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians and by your local Hyundai dealer. Hyundai, cars that make sense. Chris Nabholz is the new pitcher coming on for Montreal for Jeff Facero. Nabholz started the game against the Phillies and was knocked out early in the ballgame, subsequently sent to the minor leagues where he pitched 7 innings of no-hit ball and then was called back up. This will be his 11th appearance on the mound, just his first out of the bullpen. He's had 10 starts. 3-5 his record in a 7.30 ERA. Jim Baptiste, the first one to face him, is nothing out of 3. so far in 40 2/3 innings. Has given up 52 hits and 33 runs. A lot of strikeouts, 31. A lot of walks, 30. Fouls that one out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Baptiste.
Joe Kerrigan, the Expos pitching coach, says that Matt Holst is all messed up with his mechanics.
Ground ball. Nice grab by Sean Berry. Throws out Baptiste. Good play by Berry. I'll bring on Mickey Morandini, who has doubled, grounded out, and walked.
The Expos have some leather out there, and this guy taking over at third showed a lot of range there.
This is Nabhol's first career appearance out of the bullpen in the major leagues, and only his second in his entire professional career. It's 1 game out of the bullpen in his first year at Rockford in A-ball in '89. All the rest of his outings have been as a starter. He was 11 and 12 last year, 3.32 ERA. Two balls and 2 strikes to Morandini, who has doubled, grounded out, and walked. Mickey has knocked in 1 and scored 1. Hits that ball into right center. A gapper going all the way back to the fence. Morandini will get 3 on it. A stand-up triple for Morandini. His 5th triple of the year.
He's been on a little triple binge here lately, and he's getting those triples standing up. Once again, Grissom very, very shallow out there, and watch how far this ball was hit over the head of Grissom. That was a breaking ball Nabholz throws. Mickey, I mean, he didn't come within 50 feet of catching up with that ball. Infield drawn in here against Mulholland.
Mulholland has struck out, tapped out, and struck out. Berry does everything well except swing the bat.
He even has a decent swing. It's never where the ball is, though.
Got the ball in play, but it's to Berry. And Morandini has to hold. Mulholland is out. That's 2 down, and that'll bring on Lenny Dykstra. Dykstra is 1 for 2 officially. He's walked, doubled, lined out, and walked. 4th in the league now in walks. Leads the league in runs scored. One ball and no strikes.
Well, Lenny's really looking the ball over nicely. He's working the count, usually getting his pitch to hit instead of the pitcher's pitch. That ball was probably outside.
Looked like it.
Yeah.
2-1. Ground ball to first base. Olick makes the play himself. That'll retire the Phillies in the 8th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Phillies lead 5-1.
Richie.
All right, thanks, Neil. And Sean Berry leads it off. Berry singled in his only at bat, one of the 3 hits given up by Mulholland. 1 strike to Berry. Another hit for Sean Berry. Berry has come off the bench in a double switch and picked up half of Montreal's hits. He's a leadoff base runner. He'll bring on Delino DeShields.
Both hits right back through the middle. Key inning here for Mulholland because all of Montreal's good hitters are coming up now.
Shields is lined out to right, grounded out, line to center. Ooh.
Well, I tell you, if Kruk had held on to that ball, I think he was out. I don't know where Berry's going. He almost got picked off once before. This was really going to be close. Ooh. Ball fell out of Kruk's mitt after the tag.
One strike to DeShields. Nothing in 2 to Delino DeShields. Bottom of the 8th, Bills on top 5-1. Drive to Baptiste. No throw to first. DeShields is out. That's 1 down, and that'll bring on Mike Lansing. Now's the time to vote for this year's 93 All-Star Game participants, and now's the time to show your support for the Bills. John Kruk, Lenny Dykstra, Darren Dalton having great years. The Russell Athletic All-Star ballots are available at the vet and all Phillies home games, plus local participating J.C. Penney locations. Vote for the All-Star team and show your support for the Phils. 1-0 to Lansing. He is 0 for 3. Ball on the strike. A little bit low, 2-1. Mulholland has not had a big strikeout game that he's had his last 2 starts. 3 strikeouts. He's walked 2. Back up the middle, a base hit to center field. Going to third is Sean Berry, and the Expos have runners at first and third with 1 down for Marquise Grissom.
And he'll be thinking long ball. What the Expos need to get back in this. Johnny Padres out to talk to Mulholland.
And for the first time tonight, the Phillies will get bullpen activity. David West and Larry Anderson will get up. Jim Fregosi and Dennis Menke. Phil's dugout. Marquise Grissom is walked, singled, and struck out. Close play. call. The bullpen ball is loose. Thompson, who came in for Pete Incaviglia. Inkman had to leave the game after being hit by a pitch ball, hitting a hand. One ball and no strikes to Marquise Grissom. A little bit wide, 2-0. Holland had gone 27 innings without issuing a walk until tonight when he walked Grissom in the first inning. Behind him 3-0. Walker due up next. Got that one over. 3-1. Lofted to deep right, tight to the line, but Eisenreich makes the catch at the warning track. Tagging is Berry. He'll score. It's now a 5-2 ball game. Give Grissom a sacrifice fly and a run batted in. It's out number 2. And it'll bring on Larry Walker, who's popped up singled and fly to deep left.
Expos got a run in, but that was a big out. What Mulholland needed was an out. Came back from the 3-0 count.
Fly ball into left field. Milt Thompson there. Makes the grab. That'll retire the side. Montreal gets a run on 2 hits, no errors. They lead 1. We go to the 9th inning. Phillies lead 5-2. Montreal 2. Tomorrow at 8, Darien tracks down a fugitive who's running a high-class illegal casino near New Orleans on Time Tracks right here on PHL 17. Mariano Duncan leads it off. Duncan is 1 out of 4 with a double. 1 ball and no strikes. 2-0. Three balls and no strikes. Walked him on 4 pitches. That's the 7th walk Montreal pitching has given the Phils tonight. The first that Nabholz has surrendered, and the batter will be John Kruk. Krucker's 1 for 3. It was a homer. Opposite field shot. Mel Rojas up in the Expos bullpen. Been a while between homers for the Krucker. April 20th, his last one before tonight. That was the dramatic 14th inning home run against Jeremy Hernandez of San Diego to win the Phils a ball game in the 14th. Duncan goes. Lakers throw will be late. He got a big jump on Nabholz. A stolen base. Mariano Duncan, number 4 for him.
Had a big jump, and the catcher double clutched just momentarily, and that cost him the play. Not an easy pitch. It was in the dirt.
One ball and no strikes to Kruk. Nothing. Nabholz hasn't thrown a strike yet in this inning.
This would be a good hitter situation for Kruk. 2-0, wants to pull the ball. He'll probably get a fastball.
Almost a perfect pitch.
Yeah,
not
outside.
A good pitch to pull.
Outside corner, and had some pretty good mustard on it.
Way low, and it gets through Laker, and there goes Duncan to third base. Wild pitch on Nabholz. So Duncan is at third. The count is 3-1 to Kruk, and Felipe Alou will bring his infield in.
Down in the dirt, low and away. It just trickled through Laker.
Tim Johnson, one of his coaches there next to Felipe. He hammered that ball right off his foot.
It's all Kruk needs with those sore knees and sore legs and feet, and bang that ball off his foot.
Look at him. Full count to the Krucker. Gave him a 3-2 breaking ball and walked him. So Kruk hobbles down to first. Phillies have runners at first and third. Nobody out for Darren Dalton.
And they're going to keep the infield in. They can't afford, to concede any runs. That's a hard way to play, but Expos have no choice.
Dutch's walked, grounded out on a fine play by Lansing, singled and struck out. One and nothing. Mets lead Atlanta 7-1 in the 6th inning at Atlanta, so they're on their way to halting a 6-game losing streak.
Atlanta had been playing very well. Figure with the Mets coming in, losing 6 in a row, just getting swept in New York, they had to expect a little better than what they're getting tonight.
2 balls and a strike to Dalton.
2-0 slider.
Three and one. Terry Mulholland needs one more inning for another complete game. He leads the league in complete games. 6 of them.
Ooh, hit him.
Dalton's hit by a pitch. That loads the bases. Pete Incaviglia would have been hitting in this spot, and Incaviglia took Nabholz real deep at Veterans Stadium for a grand slam, and Nabholz start against the Phillies, but Nabholz won't stay in this game. Mel Rojas will come in to pitch.
Lou would like to leave that left-hander in for Milt Thompson, who's in there now, but he can't afford to. He's walked 2 and hit a batter.
Pitching change for the Expos. We're in the ninth. 5-2 Phils. Back after these matches. Ninth game, he does have 6 saves, 31 innings, 35 hits, 13 runs.
Southwest.
That he's lost 5 games out of the bullpen. He's given the Phillies fits over the years.
Hard thrower, hard slider.
Against the Phillies coming into this season, his ERA lifetime was 1.11. He has a forkball. The infield stays in. Milt Thompson batting for the first time. Came in when Pete Incaviglia had to leave the game with that hand injury after being hit by a pitch. Milt hitting at .233. Two and nothing. Lifetime against Rojas, Thompson is 2 out of 9, one of them a home run. Bases loaded, nobody out. Fouls are backing out of play, 2-1.
Well, swung at ball 3. It was a pretty good pitch to drive to the outfield. It was high fastball.
He balls a 1 strike. Tie. 3-1. No room on base for him. Walked in, that'll force in a run.
Kind of an ugly inning for Montreal.
Yeah.
3 walks and a hit batsman. Still nobody out.
Makes it 6-2. And brings on Jim Eisenreich. Eisenreich is lined out, grounded out, walked, and topped out. High. 1 ball and no strikes. Montreal pitching now has issued 9 walks in this game. Fouls it out of play. 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Eisenreich.
Infield still in, trying to cut off some more runs. They haven't had a chance to field anything, though.
Missing. 2-1. Missing. 3-1. Montreal pitching leads the league in giving up walks. They're second in the league in giving up walks, only to Colorado. He fouls it out of play. It's a full count to Eisenreich. Bases loaded with nobody out, a run across. Phil's having a long half inning here for Terry Mulholland.
He doesn't mind. He likes to see those extra runs.
Well hit to right center field. This ball is a grand slam. Home run, Jim Eisenreich. And the Phillies now lead it 10-2 here in the 9th inning. Number 2 for Eisenreich.
had that 3-1 high fastball, and only Grissom in center field didn't even move. Walker in right field kind of trotted out that way, and now Felipe Alou. There's nobody warming up. He's not going to bring in another pitcher, but that'll make Nabholz's line pretty bad. All but one of those, or two, all but two of the runs scored in this inning belong to Nabholz. 3 of them. 3 of the 5.
Well, the Phillies are on top 10-2.
Here's the pitch. Boy, he really leveled off nicely. Look at that nice swing.
One ball and no strikes to Kim Baptiste. Still no one out in the inning. One. Pops a foul back up and out of play. Ball and 2 strikes. Foul out of play. Jim Eisenreich with a slam. Phillies lead the league in home runs. Crux hit one tonight. Eisenreich the slam. Phillies now with 70 homers. Line drive speared by Berry. Foul number 1 in the inning. They'll bring up Mickey Morandini, who's had a good ball game. 2 out of 3 with a double and a triple.
And a run batted in. He had a bases loaded walk back in the 5th inning.
Ground ball fielded by Bolick to Rojas covering in time. That's out number 2. And it will bring on Terry Mulholland. Mulholland, nothing out of 4. Popped him up in the infield. Delino DeShields makes the grab, and that will retire the side, but the Phils score 5 in the inning. They do it with just 1 hit, a grand slam home run by Jim Eisenreich. No errors and none left. We go to the bottom of the 9th, 10-2 Phils. 9th inning, Phillies with a comfortable 10-2 lead, and leading off for Montreal, Frank Bolick. Bolick's grounded out, walked, and flied out to center. Terry Mulholland trying to complete his 7th game. He leads the league in complete games. One strike to Bolick. Just missed with the breaking ball. 1-1. Beats a foul at the plate. Beat it off his instep. Nose hurt.
A lot of players have been hit by those top fouls tonight. Amazing the beating your feet take and the beating that they'll absorb. Most of those aren't disabling. They just hurt like the dickens.
There it is.
That left instep.
Bolick will get back in the batter's box, but gingerly. One ball and 2 strikes. Just missed. 2-2. Foul out of play, third base side. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes to Frank Bolick. Bills on top, 10-2. We are in the bottom of the 9th. Struck him out with a high fastball. 4th strikeout for Mulholland. 1 down here in the 9th. That'll bring on Moises Alou. Alou is flied out, hit into a fielder's choice, and lined out. He has knocked in one of the 2 Expo runs. Drive to deep center field. Dykstra back to the fence, looks up, it's gone. Home run, Moises Alou, number 5 for Alou. And it's a 10-3 ball game. Alou knocks in his 2nd run of this game, 31st of the year. Lou Frazier will come out as a pinch hitter for Rojas. Frazier is switch hitter, hitting at 308. Batting .353 right-handed, .281 left-handed. As a pinch hitter, he is 3 for 13. Pitch bounces up there. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ball knocked the mask off plate umpire Jim Quick. Darren Dalton talking to him, make sure Jim Quick's okay. He's all right. 1-1 the count to Frazier. Line drive hit to right field. So Frazier singles to right. And the batter will be Tim Laker. Laker has struck out, twice flied out. Bills lead 10-3. We're in the bottom half of the 9th inning. One ball and no strikes. That's flared into shallow center. Dykstra can't get it. Thompson backs up. Frazier will stop at 2nd. A looping single to center for Laker. And Montreal with 2 men on base and 1 out. Sean Berry will be the batter. He has singled twice since coming into the game. Johnny Padres coming out to talk to Terry Mulholland. And Tim Mauser will start throwing in the Phillies bullpen along with Larry Anderson. Well, it's just going to be Anderson, evidently. Game's over at Yankee Stadium. Yankees have shut out Boston 4-0 behind Scott Kamenicki. Danny Darwin lost it. Bernie Williams hit a grand slam home run for all the runs in that game. One ball and no strikes. Two and nothing. Three balls and no strikes. Well, Mulholland may not get his complete game here. He has a 10-3 lead, but he has labored here in the 9th inning. Walked Berry on 4 pitches, and that will load the bases. Third walk given up by Mulholland. Delino DeShields will be the batter. Here comes Jim Fregosi. This is going to be all for Terry Mulholland. Larry Anderson will be called in from the Phillies bullpen. But Terry Mulholland will leave. 2 outs short of another complete game. And Larry Anderson will come on and try to get a couple of outs here. Pitching change for the Phils. We're in the 9th, 10-3 Phillies. Back after these messages. Well, Andy completing his warm-up tosses. And Delino DeShields bats with the bases loaded. Just missing with a slider. 1 ball and no strikes. Slider found the inside corner. 1-1. Goes on top, 10-3. Another slider for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Beats that ball. Anderson will come home since they're only going to get 1 anyhow, and they get the force at the plate. Anderson to Dalton. Everybody moves up. DeShields at first on a fielder's choice. And it will bring on John Vanderwall to pinch hit for Mike Lansing. Vanderwall hitting at 276. As a pinch hitter, he's 1 for 8. Bases still loaded with 2 outs here in the 9th inning. One strike to Vanderwall. Ground ball hit sharply, but Morandini has it to Duncan for the force at second, and this game is over. The Phillies have won it by a score of 10-3. Montreal gets a run in the 9th, 3 hits. No Philly errors, they leave them loaded. Terry Mulholland winning his 8th game. And Larry Anderson kept him from giving up any more than 3 runs as he got out of a bases loaded 1-out jam without further damage. Jim Eisenreich a grand slam home run for the Phillies, and John Kruk a solo homer as the Phils win at 10-3. Cap in just a moment. Like at Olympic Stadium in Montreal, where the Phillies have won it by a score of 10-3, getting 5 runs in the 9th inning. Montreal pitching walked 9 Phillies batters tonight and hit 2 batsmen. On base, Jim Eisenreich hit a grand slam home run. John Kruk a solo home run. Terry Mulholland came within 2 outs of pitching his 7th complete game of the year, but he had to get some help from Larry Anderson, who got the last 2 men out without any further damage as the Phils won at 10-3. For the winning Phillies, 10 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and 8 left. From Montreal, 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and 8 left. And the Phils now have won 6 in a row. Their lead over Montreal, 12 now in the National League East. St. Louis is winning their game. Terry Mulholland boosts his record to 8-5. He's the winner, and the loss goes to Jeff Shaw. He is now 1-3. Our next telecast here on the Phillies Television Network tomorrow night for the second of this 3-game series with Montreal Expos. Tommy Green goes against Brian Barnes. Green, although he had to be taken out in the 2nd inning in his last start at Shea Stadium, still is 8-0. So we'll have Tommy Green against Brian Barnes tomorrow. We'll be on the air at 7:30. Check your local listings for the games carried in your area. Terry Mulholland winning his 8th today, came close to a complete game. Grand slam by Eisenreich, solo for Kruk.